In the glittering yet often tumultuous world of country music, where heartfelt ballads serve as both confessionals and chronicles of personal turmoil, Keith Urban's recent performance of his hit song The Fighter has sparked a whirlwind of speculation and emotional dissection among fans and industry insiders alike. Originally penned as a tender ode to his enduring love for Nicole Kidman during the early starry-eyed phases of their relationship, the song encapsulated the protective fervor of a partner standing guard against life's relentless storms. Lines like, "When they're trying to get to you, baby I'll be the fighter," resonated deeply, evoking images of Urban as the steadfast guardian in Kidman's high-stakes Hollywood existence. But in a moment that unfolded under the bright lights of a Nashville stage, Urban delivered a lyrical pivot that transformed this intimate tribute into something altogether more enigmatic and potentially revelatory. The alteration in question was deceptively simple yet profoundly loaded. Instead of the familiar invocation of an unnamed baby, Urban crooned, "When they're trying to get to you, Maggie, I'll be your guitar player." The name, Maggie, belonged not to a romantic interest but to Maggie Baugh, a 25-year-old rising utility player in the country scene, known for her deft guitar work and unassuming stage presence. Baugh, who has been quietly carving her niche in Nashville's competitive underbelly, captured this impromptu revision on her Instagram, posting a clip with the caption, "Did he just say that Isda?" The emoji-laden ambiguity of her post, a wide-eyed emoji suggesting surprise or intrigue, only fueled the fire. Within hours, the video had amassed thousands of views, likes, and comments, turning what might have been a fleeting ad-lib into a viral enigma that peeled back layers of Urban's personal narrative. Social media, that relentless amplifier of celebrity whispers, erupted in a cacophony of interpretations. Some fans, longtime devotees of Urban's catalog, decried the change as a disrespectful slight against Kidman, the woman who had been the emotional bedrock of so many of his chart toppers. "This feels like a public erasure," one commenter lamented on Twitter, her words echoing the sentiment of a chorus of disillusioned listeners who viewed the lyric tweak as a coded admission of relational fracture. Others zeroed in on Baugh's role, questioning her judgment in sharing the clip at all. "Why post that? It drags everyone into the mess," another user fired back, highlighting the ethical tightrope that young artists like Baugh must navigate in an industry where proximity to stardom can be both ladder and landmine. The backlash was swift and multifaceted, with threads dissecting everything from Urban's vocal inflection, described by one analyst as wistfully detached, to Baugh's body language in the background, frozen in a mix of flattered hesitation and professional poise. Yet, beneath the digital fray lay a deeper undercurrent, the unraveling of one of country's most iconic power couples. Just 2 days after Baugh's post hit the feeds, reports surfaced that Urban and Kidman, wed for nearly 2 decades in a union that had weathered tabloid tempests and transatlantic relocations, had quietly parted ways back in June. They were now residing in separate homes, Urban ensconced in the rolling hills of Tennessee, Kidman retreating to the sun-drenched enclaves of Los Angeles. The separation, initially shrouded in the polite veil of amicable differences, escalated when Kidman reportedly filed for divorce, citing irreconcilable strains that had simmered unspoken for years. Insiders from Nashville's tight-knit music circuit whispered of Urban's burgeoning connection with another woman, a rumor that Kidman neither confirmed nor vehemently denied but reportedly met with a stunned silence that spoke volumes. "She was blindsided," a source close to the actress confided, painting a picture of a woman who had poured her formidable energies into balancing Big Little Lies sets with family ranch life, only to find her partner's affections adrift. Urban's silence on the matter has been as telling as his lyric shift. The New Zealand-born troubadour, whose career trajectory from pub gigs to Grammy Gold has been marked by raw vulnerability, has historically worn his heart on his sleeve, quite literally in tattoos inked during his courtship with Kidman. Songs like "Who Wouldn't Wanna Be Me" and "Song for Dad" wove their shared story into the fabric of his discography, making the absence of commentary all the more stark. Representatives for both Urban and Baugh have stonewalled inquiries, issuing boilerplate no-comment responses that only stoke the speculation furnace. Baugh, for her part, has doubled down on her rising star trajectory, posting rehearsal clips and fan shout-outs that subtly sidestep the controversy, her feed a careful curation of ambition untethered from scandal. To understand the gravity of this moment, one must delve into the song's origins. The Fighter, released in 2017 as the lead single from Urban's self-titled album, was a sonic love letter composed in the afterglow of his sobriety milestone and the couple's recommitment following a rocky patch. Kidman, with her poised elegance and unyielding support during Urban's battles with addiction, embodied the baby in question, a figure of resilience amid chaos. The track's soaring chorus, backed by electric riffs that mirrored Urban's guitar hero persona, climbed to #1 on the Billboard Country Airplay chart, cementing its status as an anthem for devoted partnerships. Altering it on stage even fleetingly wasn't mere improvisation. In the performative alchemy of live music, such changes carry the weight of confession. Was it a slip of the tongue born of muscle memory from recent collaborations with Baugh? Or a deliberate signal flare, illuminating fractures in a marriage that had long been the envy of Tinseltown? The Nashville rumor mill, ever churning with half-truths and hushed confidences, paints a portrait of Urban's post-separation life as one of quiet reinvention. Sources describe late-night songwriting sessions at his Franklin estate, where the twang of acoustic strings mingles with the low hum of vulnerability. Baugh, a Berklee College of Music alum whose viral covers have caught the eye of labels, has been a fixture in these circles, not as a romantic interloper but as a creative spark. Their on-stage chemistry, evident in joint appearances at the CMA Fest, has been the stuff of mentorship tales, with Urban praising her firecracker energy in interviews. Yet, the lyric swap injects an undercurrent of intimacy, blurring lines between professional admiration and personal affinity. Critics have drawn parallels to historical precedents in country lore. George Jones and Tammy Wynette's acrimonious split fueling Golden Ring, or Blake Shelton's post-divorce pivot to Gwen Stefani anthems. Urban, they argue, is treading a familiar path, transmuting heartbreak into hooks. Kidman's side of the story remains an exercise in dignified restraint. The Oscar winner, whose filmography spans Moulin Rouge to Aquaman, has channeled her energies into upcoming projects. A psychological thriller with Baz Luhrmann and a Broadway revival that promises to reclaim her stage roots. Friends portray her as devastated but determined,